On last Tuesday, one of your trucks pulled up in front of one of my neighbor's house. They got out. They went and cut those people's gas off. I know that 5 kids are in that house. Whether or not it's cold, they need gas. I waited for the man to come back out. I asked him, how did he feel cutting those people's gas off? It doesn't matter about the job. When you facing Jesus Christ, you cannot tell him, Lord, that was my job. He don't accept that. He said, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness, and all things will be added unto you. Satan will rise up in you and make you think you got all power, but you don't have nothing but what God allowed you to have. Go before God. Because he has to touch your heart, because you have a cold, bitter, carefree heart. You care about nothing, nobody, but yourself. God don't like it. I don't like it. Your friends, your neighbor, your family don't like. Somebody in your family know God. Somebody know God, and they don't like it. They just won't tell you. Okay? But behind your back, they talk to the Father. Because Jesus said, before Satan had more souls than him, he would turn stones into souls. So you cannot win. Come to Jesus.
Because we had weatherized, and it's something that should be done to every house in Buffalo. And National Fuel, it's nice for them to not have weatherization in these houses because that increases their profits. And they keep dragging their feet and offering, rebates on high-end appliances that people in the city cannot afford. And that's not good enough. And David Smith making $3,500 an hour, and they just laugh when they see the heat, blowing through the walls of these poor homes in the city and people having to pay outrageous bills. And then they take $50 million a year from HEAP and put it in their pocket. And they take $63 million in tax rebates. They made over $1 billion of profit in the last few years, and they're taking $63 million in tax rebates. How many of you get a tax rebate? We have to stop this. This is just pure greed, and it's corruption. It's not something we have to stand for. Right now, National Fuel is investing in hydrofracking, a process where they inject, millions of gallons of toxic water and toxic chemicals into the ground under high pressure, and it's poisoning our water. And it's just making big profits for them, and it's poisoning you and your children. We have to tell National Fuel that we've had enough. Weatherization is the solution to high gas bills, not tax dodging, not taking corporate kickbacks. And David Smith needs to meet with us. It's time, David. The gig is up.
You find the CEO, David Smith, down among the golden turds because they don't think their shit stinks. There are golden clothespins in case it does stink and you want to close your nose. There's $100 bills to wipe your behind with, especially when you're making $3,500 an hour. And there's a poem on the door. It's called The Equalizer. I am a host to all men. I have been around since the beginning of time. I serve emperors, bums, and kings. People also use me to get into their minds. I am the equalizer. Men humble themselves before me and look forward to the relief that I bring. I share a portion of everyone's life and accept any offering they bring. I am the equalizer. Never have I asked of any their race. Instead, I remind all of how natural they are. For wherever man is, there I will be also. I am the seat of oneness every place. I am the equalizer. I am your toilet. So this is the outhouse of the 1%.